Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Okay, there's a meow. There's another meow. Yeah. So you got your smelly fish. So I gave you smelly fish and extra kibble again. So I didn't film it last night, but Scruffy came back to the door when I was cleaning up. I think he wanted more food, so I gave him another scoop of kibble. So I'm guessing maybe he's hungry because he's not hunting right now because of all the rain. So I'll bring out the food. Okay. Put this plate on the table. Get the glove on. Okay. Here he comes. Yeah, he's all in the corner there. Really wants that glove. So, oops, there's that grooming again. So I saw an episode of Mousetrap Mondays recently, and he mentioned the change of seasons. All the vermin are carrying parasites now, so watch out for the field mice carrying botfly parasites and other nasty things. So, kind of wondering, does that mean the fleas actually get worse this time of year? I think he was warning that, I don't know if he was warning that the parasites are worse or if the fact that the rodents are coming indoors because they're trying to get out of the rain. Or both. So I can understand the logic of the second one, but yeah, I'm not sure if the parasites are worse or not. So, yeah, the weather is weird. So originally the forecast was more rain for the next 3 to 5 days, I think. And then this morning the sun came out. Oh wow, lifted up his foot there. And then the forecast changed, and now it's saying there's not going to be any more rain on the forecast. So I don't know what happened to the next 5 days. So I am very confused. And then on top of that, mid-afternoon, I was thinking I should go for a walk. I could see the sun, and it wasn't raining, of course. So as I was just about to leave, started hearing a downpour. I was really surprised. So yeah, the sun was still there, but yeah, we were getting actually pretty heavy rain. So, that's kind of unusual for this area. And I think the forecast, still says no rain. So the weather forecaster always screwed up this time. I think I mentioned a few days ago, usually the forecast services err on the side of rain, so people aren't caught off guard if it starts raining. But yeah, they really screwed this one up because they said there was no rain. So I canceled my walk. I guess it was fortunate that I had not left yet. Otherwise I'd be soaked out in the rain. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering what our weather is actually going to be like for the next 5 days, since originally they were saying there's going to be rain, and then they said there wasn't, but it rained anyway. But initially I was kind of disappointed to see that, yeah, we're not going to get any more rain, because one, we actually really need the rain for like in serious drought conditions. But two, also, it's a good excuse for me not to go running or biking, because I need to let my leg heal, or my hip, or whatever the problem is. And if it's dry, the temptation is I should go out and exercise, but I know I need to take it easy. So since I didn't go for my walk, I actually did some research on what my problem might be. So for the moment, I think right now the best description I found was problem with the hip flexor. It's really grooming. My camera's losing focus. Refocus. There it goes. So right now I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably a strained hip flexor. At least I hope it's only strained and not torn or damaged or whatever. So it sounds like you can get it multiple ways. Like you just overextend your leg, like you stumble on a step and you like stretch your leg trying to get your footing. In my case, something as simple as just overtraining, they say, is a common reason. So since I basically run and bike nearly every day, overtraining's probably the culprit. So reading some of the descriptions of pain and symptoms, I think I've gotten off lucky so far. So it sounds like some of the pain can be very severe. The fact that I'm generally not feeling it except when I push it or try to create the pain. Basically, I'm hopeful. Hopefully, that means I have a very mild case that will heal. So there's a bunch of different exercises that they recommend. Though I think one of the ways I could diagnose it was just trying to get my leg, bring my knee to my chest, and yeah, I can definitely feel there's resistance and discomfort when I do that. I wouldn't say like pain, but I also kind of stopped when I noticed that I was kind of getting some resistance and discomfort. So anyway, I got to start doing these exercises to kind of strengthen whatever muscles around the hip flexor. I think what they say one of the problems with it is some muscles become too strong and then other muscles become too weak, and it creates extra strain on muscle. So these specific exercises, I think, are supposed to strengthen the weaker muscles. Looks like he's looking at the table for his food. You want your food? Or do you want more pets? Okay, I think he wanted pets. But we're getting close to food time, so I think I'll give him his food. Want your food? Okay, let's finish this up and get you your food, okay? Yeah. Okay, got your food. So, more smelly fish. Try not to throw it up tonight. like last night. This fur is actually pretty smooth here. It's coming easily. Still a little fluffy, I think, from the humidity. Okay, I think I'm done. So just putting my hand on the swiveling chair so block the camera. So let's see, I saw Scruffy early this morning. He was sunbathing on the rocks. I think I got a picture of that, I can't remember. So as I mentioned, yeah, the sun kind of came out this morning. And it's like, where's the rain? We're supposed to get a bunch of rain. I was actually reading, I guess this entire, 1/3 of the country or something is supposed to be getting like massive rain. So just as I was reading about that, it stopped raining. So then later I saw, oh yeah, I brought out the water later this morning. Initially I didn't see Scruffy, but when I came out, yeah, he kind of popped in. So I don't know if he was just taking cover again since it's been raining. Though of course it wasn't raining this morning, so I don't know. Maybe he was waiting for me. But yeah, I brought out the water. He didn't want to come any closer initially, and then he did come over, and I thought maybe he wanted to be pet. He looked like he was conflicted. It seemed like he wanted maybe pets, but then on the other hand, he was kind of avoiding the pets. So I tried petting him. I got a couple strokes in, and then eventually he pulled away. So yeah, I don't think he wanted the pets. And then I was squatting to pet him, so I stood up a little bit, and then he kind of ran away further. So I think that was the end of that. So so I don't know what to think. But anyway, so I left him alone. Said, drink your water. Went back in. I think he came back to the door. I think I filmed that. He didn't drink his water. And then I didn't want him to just sit at the door all day waiting for me to come out again, so I closed the blinds. And I looked out the kitchen window to see what he'd do, and then, yeah, he left. So didn't drink the water. So I guess he's not thirsty when it's this rainy. And or slash cold. So it is cooler. Not as cool as a week or two ago. So yeah, I think it continues to be a little bit warmer thanks to the rain clouds. But right now it's actually feeling like it's starting to cool down. Maybe it's because we don't have rain clouds anymore. So he's moved that plate from my foot over here next to the chair all the way over there. So I should get like some rubber stoppers or something to put under the bowl or a platey so you can't slide it. Put a giant weight under it. Yeah, I think I've seen those weighted pet food bowls so the pets can't move it. Not a bad idea. So then, yeah, later this afternoon, I did. So after it started raining, I did see Scruffy on the big table sleeping. I did get some footage of that. So I guess, yeah, he's decided to use this area for cover now when it rains, which is fine. I still don't know, where exactly he hangs out when he's not here. I still presume somewhere under the deck. But I don't know. And I forgot to put that tarp back. I had to find that. So the tarp that blew off that table in the back where that propane tank is. I think it's an empty tank. I gotta get that refilled. Actually, no, I think I have to take it in and get it replaced. I think it's like past its. There's like a law that says you can't refill a propane tank after it's just a certain number of years old. And I think that tank is past that, so I gotta take it in and buy a new one. So my dad liked to barbecue, so he used a lot of those propane tanks. Yeah, near the final years, he wasn't able enough to take in the propane tanks for recycling by himself, and he never asked me to help him, so never asked for help. So yeah, they just kind of sat there. And he was doing less barbecuing in the final days, so we didn't really need him. So I try to do the barbecue every now and then to cook dinner for him, but yeah, he wasn't eating that well because of his loss of appetite due to the cancer and all the medications he was on. So a lot of times he didn't want to eat, so I'm trying to barbecue a steak for him. It's not usually that effective. I do it every now and then, just when I had an inkling that he might actually eat the steak. So it's really hard to judge. It was really hard to judge with him because sometimes he's just being stubborn and doesn't want anyone to do anything for him. And sometimes he's actually sincere in the fact that he's feeling like crap and doesn't want to eat. And so I always had to gauge it. Okay, is he lying to me, or is he actually like really not hungry? So we were always trying to get him to eat something. So we'd always, if he's professing he wasn't hungry, we'd always try to get him some juice or those Ensure shakes or nutrition shakes or just something to give him a very small amount of food and a very high level of calories. So steak was actually one of the better things, but you have to really get him to chew it. And when he's protesting, it's hard to get him to do that. And then there was a period where he was actually having trouble swallowing, and he couldn't have solid food. He was actually, constantly arguing with doctors and nurses. They were actually being extra cautious. They didn't want him to choke. I said, no, he can eat. And he could. So I had to keep convincing him. So anyway, Scruffy's off in a hurry, so I guess that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.